Okay, so this is going to be something of an addendum to section 3. I want to talk a little bit about ballistics gelatin and all of the crazy shit you've seen online where, you know, these huge fucking holes and these hollow points rip the fucking shit out of everything. Ballistics gelatin is fine if you do it correctly. What most people don't realize is that there's a lot of science that goes into ballistics gelatin. It is intended to be to mimic the average tissue density of the human body. Now, average tissue density also includes bone, so keep that in mind. It also, in order for those tests to be accurate, it has to be conducted at a certain temperature. I think it's 52.3 degrees, and the humidity needs to be just right. So when the FBI is doing these tests, they're doing them in highly controlled lab environments. And you'll also, if you hop online and you take a look, the FBI also does stuff like introducing barriers, clothing, things like that. So when you see, you know, your buddy next door takes a ballistics gel block into the woods in the middle of summer when it's 85 degrees out and he's shooting it all day, that's not how those tests were intended to be conducted. When it comes to bullet physics, we need to turn to coroner's reports to find out what really happens when we turn our armaments against actual people. So fortunately, here in America, we have like 110 years of coroner's reports regarding bullets and, you know, which bullets do the best under the widest number of circumstances. So we can look at coroner's reports, and I want you guys to keep in mind that when it comes to pistol rounds, we know from coroner's reports that only about 25% actually open up when they hit something. So it doesn't really matter, you know, what kind of latest Blaster Master 5000 ammo you've got running through your boomstick. Shot placement is critical because, again, we have to take from coroner's reports that only 25% of the best ammunition will expand when it hits what we're shooting at. And finally, on that point, you can shoot somebody with huge bullets that do everything you want them to. But if you're getting them in the flanks or the ribs or, you know, the meat outside of these zones right here, it's still not going to do anything. It doesn't matter how big that hole gets. If you put it here, it's not going to get a lung, it's not going to get a heart, it's not going to do anything to stop them right now, which is what we need.